It is really important that this story actually gains a little more traction than the mainstream media actually wants to report on it. Now, if this was a Republican governor, they would have his guy's head on a pike in the town square. But since it's everyone's lovable, half-witted, older brother, Andrew Cuomo, it's okay because his approval rating's high in a blue state, predominantly in a most of the high-density populations in New York or New York City, Buffalo, maybe Albany, and the outer boroughs, etc., for New York City and in proper. So when it comes to that, I don't really believe it. They're just polling Democrats, essentially, and leftists and liberals and socialists and Leninists and people like Rashida Tlaib and Ilhan Omar. So take it with a grain of salt. So CNN ignored damning report on nursing home deaths in New York under Governor Cuomo. The governor's younger brother hosts CNN's Cuomo Prime Time. That's Fredo, who's so eloquently called. Again, it's just funny how they ignore this story. He made people who were elderly, who had coronavirus, sent back into the old folks' home. That's where all these deaths come from. He essentially killed off a lot of the elderly, and so he's like, oh, the deaths are going down here in New York State. Well, yeah, you killed all the people that were susceptible to the coronavirus. So what do you think's going to happen? So CNN continues to ignore or downplay news that is harmful to Governor Cuomo, whose younger brother anchors the network's most popular show. That's saying not much there. Failing to mention a new report linking a controversial decision by Governor Cuomo to thousands of deaths inside states' nursing homes. The AP reported late Monday that New York hospitals released more than 6,300 recovering coronavirus patients into nursing homes during the height of the coronavirus pandemic under a controversial now scrap policy. Oh, now everyone's dead. They just scrapped it because I guess they can't kill any more people. Yay, no. The AP reported that Cuomo and other state officials argued the decision was not to blame for one of the nation's highest nursing home death tolls, noting the governor has taken intense criticism over the policy. From who? Fox News? OAN? Right-leaning news publications? Yeah. Left-wing publications? No. I guarantee you, someone who only watches CNN, and there's a lot of you out there, that you're only taking your news from them, that you're thinking, oh, Cuomo did a fantastic job, until you do your own homework and find out that his policies killed thousands of people, elderly, and those families never got to put them lay them to rest properly because you couldn't go out and have a funeral for your loved one, but you go out and firebomb a Nike store. That's okay. A search of transcripts revealed that CNN completely ignored the AP report on air Monday and Tuesday with absolutely zero coverage. A search of CNN's website did not find any digital coverage either. Of course not. CNN is in the bag for the Democrats. And they're basically a unpaid sponsor, if you will. It's just amazing that CNN is allowed to do this. Now, I never say freedom of the press, they can support anybody who they want. I understand that. But at least tell the truth, CNN. At least say, we want the Democratic nominee to win. We don't like Trump. Why don't you just say it? Come out and say it. We already know you do. CNN did not immediately respond to a request for comment, and nor will they. More than 6,400 deaths have been linked to the coronavirus in New York's nursing homes and long-term care facilities. Through much of the coronavirus outbreak, there has been growing scrutiny over the Democratic governor's order in late March that forced nursing homes to accept patients who tested positive for the coronavirus, despite testing deficiencies for both residents and staff. Cuomo signed an executive order on May 11th reversing the policy, stopping all hospitals from sending infected patients back to nursing homes and ramping up testing for staff. Again, he already killed people. So it's like shutting the barn door when the horses have left. You've done it. The directive was intended to help free up hospital beds for the sickest patients as cases surged, but several relatives, patient advocates, and nursing home administrators who spoke to the AP at the time blamed the policy for helping to spread the virus among the state's most fragile residents. Again, if we're supposed to take every healthcare professional's word as the gospel truth, then why don't we take their word for the gospel truth? Are they lying? Are they paid Republican plants? No. They're probably telling the truth here, and this is from their best opinion that they have, that this happened. CNN's decision to skip the AP report came after weeks of CNN's Cuomo primetime namesake Chris Cuomo coming under fire for a series of widely panned interviews with his older brother. You get that stupid freaking Q-tip there, and your nose is big. When you're talking about something serious. The Cuomo siblings often joke around, poke fun at each other, and even attempted prop comedy. Freaking carrot top here. CNN host recently admitted he's not objective when interviewing his brother, who he called the best politician in the country. And you are the best Fredo in the country, Chris Cuomo. Last month, CNN anchor conducted the 11th interview with his sibling since the coronavirus pandemic began. But it was the first time the nursing home controversy that had been dogging the New York governor even came up. Nursing homes. People died there. They didn't have to. It was mismanaged and the operators have been given immunity. What do you have to say about that? The CNN anchor asked. Several statements that are not correct, but that's okay. It's your show. You say whatever you want to say. It's the truth. That's exactly what happened there. Oh my God, Andrew. Please tell the truth. The governor then called the nursing home deaths the most tragic situation and pointed to how there were nursing home deaths all across the country. Possibly, but it pales in comparison to in the Big Apple, and said we have to figure out how to do it better the next time. Oh, so you want more of a death count? Got it. At the end of the interview, CNN anchor showered the governor with praise. Oh, I'm worried by what you did, and more importantly, I'm wowed by how you did it. So you're wowed by how many people he killed indirectly? Nice. Obviously, I love you as a brother. Obviously, I'll never be objective. Obviously, I think you're one of the best politicians in the country. Back in May, the CNN anchor sparked outrage when he attempted prop comedy, and we saw that. Is it true that this... Okay, I don't want to read that. It's stupid. The Hill media reporter Joe Concha labeled the series of interviews Keeping Up with the Cuomos because they resembled the Kardashian family reality TV series as much as they resemble a newscast. Could not agree more. Governor Cuomo, in terms of his performance for Chris Cuomo, to say that he is wowed by it and how he did it shows that he shouldn't play a TV anchor anymore. You should go to work for Cuomo campaign if and when he runs for president and be his spokesman, because that's basically, it appears, to be his job at this point. 100% correct. Chris Cuomo isn't the only CNN personality to fawn over the New York governor. Recent headlines on CNN's website include Andrew Cuomo may be the single most popular politician in America right now. If you realize that most New Yorkers, especially New York City, think the world revolves around them. So no wonder that would be it, or that's what people would say. Governor Cuomo got tested for COVID-19 at press conference to show how easy it is. And I've seen it. It looks terrible. And Andrew Cuomo was down for the Robert De Niro to play him. Of course. CNN has been widely criticized for its favorable coverage of Governor Cuomo, and the network has downplayed the nursing home controversy for months, with passing on the AP report being the latest example. So, again, that's just typical and standard practice for CNN. Even Fox News criticizes President Trump on numerous occasions. Maybe not as much as CNN, but when you look at what happened for Chris Cuomo, his brother Andrew Cuomo, the governor, how he put people back into nursing homes who were already sick, wiping out huge swaths of the elderly, and then saying, oops, our bad, we'll rescind it. Because, and then later on, when it gets better, maybe we'll do better for the death count or something like that. I mean, it's beyond reprehensible what Andrew Cuomo did here. And him saying that you can go out and protest, You can firebomb police. That's cool. But you can't have a funeral for your, dead relative that I caused. Actually, my policies caused. Andrew Cuomo saying that. That just seems a little hypocritical. But should that even surprise you that Democrats, liberals, progressives, Leninists, Stalinists, Marxists are hypocritical to the core? Matter of fact, they are rotten to the core.